Harvesting methane gas from garbage dumps. Oh, this really sounds interesting. Let's see what we got.
So I actually thought about that before.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised? Honestly, I don't know why I'm not surprised by that. Let's see what it
No,
says first.
do you not remember, when was it? A few years ago, I want to say it was in New Jersey. They built that new development. They had a landfill. And you know how they built a landfill? And it's like a mountain, right?
Yep.
And then as everything decomposes...
Right, the mountain settles and then they build on top.
It becomes level, right?
Right.
Well, they built a development and there were several houses in the development that actually had methane gas running through them.
Get out.
That was coming up from the ground.
Wow. Harvest that.
And my first thought was, why didn't they put some system in place to harvest that gas and literally feed it to the development as usable gas rather than just build on top of it?
Go in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Or go up in the air for that matter.
Right.
I'm like, it's reusable fuel.
It is. Oh, it's huge.
And if it was bad enough that people can't live there, I'm assuming there was enough of it to at least fuel a house or two. Like even if it was just heat or cooking, whatever it was. But anyway, sorry.
That's a problem. So harvest methane gas from garbage dumps, collect garbage, and ferment the garbage with bacteria that efficiently break down the garbage into methane gas and collect the gas and sell it. Mm-hmm. I feel like something like that's being done. I'm drawing a blank. I know they do this. They have bacteria that converts some. Oh man. Maybe I'm thinking of medical. I know I've read something about this maybe last year where there was a bacteria that was specifically designed to break down plastics or something. I think it was plastics, and it converts the plastic that it eats into some useful chemical. It might have been in medicines.
Interesting.
Can't remember what it was though, but I know stuff like that's being done. So it could certainly be done here.
Right. It's just a matter of, is the cost worth it?
But that's the thing. This is not something for a startup conversation on Reddit, right? This is a huge industrial investment. But this is something that a government would have to do, or a gigantic energy company.
Not necessarily, right? Because you got to remember, a lot of startups, they start with a great idea and prove it, and then you get venture capital to build your first proof of concept plant. If you can build it, a small one, and you can show that it's scalable, I mean, this is what capitalism is all about, is creating ideas like this.
I'm not saying you can't create the idea, and I'm not saying you can't prove, but to build the actual infrastructure, I mean, you're not going to do that yourself.
Not on that scale.
No.
If you can build prototypes, if you can show that it would function and that it would be cost effective, right?
Right.
And also with the green movement and all that stuff that we have going on, people might be willing to pay more knowing that we're taking stuff out of landfills and actually using it to create energy that we otherwise have to build nuclear or coal or something else around.
And you're breaking down the trash too, which is a environmental plus.
Correct. I mean, I know back in Iceland, every home has 3 or 4 different trash cans. Right. So you have to separate your food from your plastic, from your household waste and so this is a concept that would be far reaching beyond just taking trash from a dump. This would go back to, can you partner with someone like Waste Management and get people to start sorting their waste? If you can, a lot less waste would go into these landfills too.
Sure.
I think his concept is it's bigger than what he realizes the concept really is.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at. It's this is more than a one-person startup idea.
Yeah.
This is, I like it. I think it's a cool idea.
I do too.
I'm surprised no one's doing it. I'd be surprised. I'd be more surprised if no one's doing it.
They're probably doing it on some scale.
Yeah,
but
someone's experimenting with it right now. They have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the idea. I don't know that it's something I would personally get into, but I think
you're not a fan of methane gas.
I'm not not lately. No.
Well, you're stuffed up. You won't smoke.
I know. So that's okay. Oh, yeah, I'm a fan today. No,
maybe it'll help with the vertigo.
But no, it's always concepts like this that start as an idea and end up changing something in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Like it always starts with someone drawing on a napkin going, maybe I could do this with that. And then 20 years later, it's been industrialized. And you're like, I could have done that. I had that idea 20 years ago.
It's been industrialized, or someone patented it, and then some energy company raided the patent office and said, "We'll take that, thank you."
Yeah, correct.
And then you never hear from them again.
Yeah, we don't want this.
One or the other.
We don't want this to come out.
No,
right? But it's one of those interesting, isn't it? Wasn't this the reason Henry Ford originally designed the internal combustion engine to run on ethanol instead of gasoline?
I believe so. Yeah,
it's because ethanol was something that every state had the ability to produce.
Yeah,
and then the gas companies came in and said, "Hey."
I read something like that too. Yes.
So I'm they can fact check the story, but I believe the very first combustion engines were ethanol because of access to ethanol and the ability to produce it.
I've read similar stories about Nikola Tesla. Mm-hmm. He found a way, I believe, to send electricity wirelessly, like actual electricity wirelessly across vast distances. And because it was basically going to create free energy, someone took the idea from him, and he had died at the time.
Made it go away?
They made it go away, yeah. If I remember my history correctly, and I do really like history, so hopefully I got this right. He was, did I say Nicholas? Nikolai, sorry. He was experimenting with that at the end of his life, right before he passed away, and never completed it, but the theories were all there and everything seemed to be working properly, and then it all just kind of disappeared. Wireless, yeah. Look up wireless electricity. It's crazy.
That's shocking.
So anyway, all right. So moving on.
You
so
set the one up. I had to take it.
Of course you did. If you like what you saw in the clips, don't forget to subscribe as well. Let us know what you think by leaving some information in the comments.